Alright, welcome to another Let's Try Cronos, the new Dawn. Hopefully it won't be buggy, but it actually seems like something is not 100% correctly working with the scaling for. So, Cronos, the new Dawn demo. A whole new breed of survival horror emerges. Cronos, the new Dawn. Survive the brutal wasteland of the future. Fight nightmarish merging creatures and jump back in time to harvest souls as you seek to uncover the origins of apocalypse that wiped out humanity. It's interesting and dark beginning there, right? Developed and published by Bluebird team. Not sure if is that an indie studio? Not a studio that I know of. Its tag is survival horror, sci-fi, third-person shooter, and gore. So I'm not. I like dark horror vibe-ish games, but survival. Not sure about that part. I think this also is very difficult. They did patch something. I don't know if that has trickled down into the demo. The price is 60 euros, so it's a AAA kinda-ish pricing. Some AAA titles like to go for 80 euros at this time. It was released September 2025, so a new game. Oh, right. So first off, let me just double check. Yeah, you can see there in the top here there is the Steam overlay, and I'm running the game in 4K, and something is wrong with the scaling here. The Steam overlay is huge. It should not be that. You can also look in the top left corner. You can see that when you are in the menu here, and when you're using frame generation, this one, you are forced to VSync off and your frames just goes absolutely insane. That's really bad. Like, you should still be able to limit the frames, at least for the menus and cutscenes and stuff. Well, maybe not cutscenes, but for the menus. Like, you can still have a frame limit even when using frame generation, which actually is quite good, because that can help you. It's just good. It can help you keep your frames in good place, right? So I have a 120 Hz monitor. I don't want the FPS to go like from 100 to 130 or something. I want it to be going to max of like 115, 117, so I don't hit that kind of VSync on off. And when I'm using frame generation, I don't want the frames to go over 120 frames, because then it's just generating frames I can't even see on the screen here, and it's just bad. So something is weird. I'm trying this in HDR to get the most oomph of this game. So use the timestamps down below. I'm gonna just browse through the settings here. I'm gonna be trying this with the 8-bit Ultimate wireless controller, gyro for aiming, but then normal controller for the rest, and we're gonna see how this. So yeah, settings real quickly, I think. Okay, PlayStation or Xbox controllers, invert XY, sensitivity settings, input mode, keyboard, right? Keyboard run. Yeah, I think this is just for, yeah, okay. Hold if you want to toggle sprint. Aim the same, hold or toggle for aiming. Vibration, I've turned that one off. I don't have adaptive trigger support here. I guess that's just the DualShock. Gameplay, okay. Right. Oh, how you want it to be looked. Let's go with the default. Right. Something again is definitely weird with the scaling, but let's go with the default here. Quick time events, I have set it to hold. I don't like tapping for quick times. Right, let's go with default here. I've turned off aim assist. Hopefully I don't need it with gyro aiming. Let's take display for last. Master volume. See, audio settings. Right, there's a lot of options here. You can toggle if you want the low and the high, you know, be more compressed to more of a normalized volume level. Also tweak that. Let's turn it down to medium at least. Don't have a controller speaker audio, so don't need that. EV output, that's nice. You can select your preferred speaker output. Text, all right. Lots of text. All right. It's nice that you can turn it on or off. Right, let's go with default. Lots of nice little visibility for that. Accessibility options. You have colorblind modes. Right, quick time events, blah blah. Okay, aim, center. Okay, not too many, and a couple of duplicate settings here. Oh, right. To press X to. There we go. And this is a demanding game running Unreal Engine 5, I believe. Again, 4K HDR. It supports window mode or full screen, borderless full screen. Doesn't seem to be a difference for me here, so I don't know. HDR only works in borderless or full screen mode. Right. I did try this, but it didn't seem to be working. Or maybe it is working. Can I? Toggles whether to use Panini projection for ultra-wide aspect to compensate for very wide field of view perspection. Okay. Right, I'm not gonna be using that. Because of one simple reason. I'm gonna guess later on. There we go. There we go. Should be full screen 4K. But again, something is wrong with the scaling here. At least for the Steam FPS overlay. It should not be this big in 4K. So something weird is going on. I'm gonna turn on... we are gonna turn on probably frame generation. But let's go into the game before we do that. I don't need 400 FPS in the freaking like options menu. Again, FPS limit should work no matter if you use frame generation or not, and you definitely need more options. Just having off 30 or 60 is not the greatest. We need more options here. You have support for ray tracing. I don't know if it is hardware ray tracing or software ray tracing using the Unreal Engine 5 here. Super sampling, you support many different nice options. XeSS, DLSS, FSR. All of the good ones are here. Right, I turn off motion blur and chromatic aberrations. I like that. And then we have all of the other settings here are kind of maxed up. And a nice little bit of options here. There's no anisotropic filtering, but outside of that, it seemed to be pretty good. I'm gonna just leave the sharpening to the default settings to start the game with. Might want to turn that one off. Resolution scalability, can't change that. I'm gonna guess that is because we are using DLSS here. I'm gonna start again with performance since I'm running here in 4K. So it's gonna be very, very demanding. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to hit 60 frames per second here with my RTX 5070 Ti. Probably not on all the settings, so we might have to tweak some settings here. Alright, so we are going to go with a new game. Gonna turn off this for right now. It starts off with a bit of a lengthy cutscene here.
Listen to the will of those who will not speak. And if the tools are not willing, they will be.
You can skip cutscenes by holding B. Hopefully the audio levels will be alright, since I'm running this in full screen for best immersive, you know, feeling here. I have to tab out to check the audio levels. And the game kind of pauses the game itself and the audio, so it's a little bit difficult to tweak.
Operating unit signal loss detected. Lazarus protocol engaged. Welcome, traveler MD3576. Your predecessor has ceased its functioning. It's time to awaken. Commencing standard cognitive abilities trial. Focus your attention. What do you see?
Giant. Sleeping.
Again.
I don't know if this makes any difference. I'm just gonna press or confirm on the default options here,
Rocks.
because it's a bit of a long thing here, so it's just we get some weird pictures here. We're not sure what's happening. Kind of creepy vibe starting off.
Fire. Spreading.
Phase 2. Focus your attention. What is your purpose?
To pave the path.
The family maintains the well-being of its members and of society.
Mother.
A mother is the female parent of a child. Mother.
Child.
Phase 3. Time pressure. Focus
Again, since this is a bit of a long, a slow burning of a creepy intro here, I'm just gonna press the default like option here.
Togetherness.
No idea if it affects the game in any way.
Society. Conflict.
Society.
Eternity means the infinite time that never ends. Eternity.
Eternity.
Dark.
Dark.
Trial completed.
Right, so have a see. We have some standardized psychic evaluation test here.
Your task is to find your predecessor MD3500.
Right, okay, so we are dropped in to find our predecessor, okay.
The collective grants you freedom with this relic.
Nice music.
It is a shift blade EPH611. May it serve you all free.
Let's bring this one up. Again, it's a little bit weird. The Steam overlay should not be this big, so something is wrong with the scaling of it.
Such is our calling.
Such is our calling.
Right, so we are
Please step out of the circle.
dropped here, trying to find. Right. Does seem to work good, everything. Very low FPS, you can see here. It's a very demanding game, so I probably needed to turn down some settings. Oh right, I wanted to check something really quickly. Yeah, good. Right. Use the right stick to look around. And then we have gyro aiming here.
It is not working.
So gyro aiming is activating on the left trigger holding. So you could turn off ray tracing and that would give you a lot more FPS. Again, this is a very demanding game. RTX 5070 Ti. slightly optimized curves,
Traveler ND
voltage curve here, and it's being maxed out in 4K with performance DLSS running.
last known location. Commencing search.
A little bit of a Dead Space sci-fi vibe here, right? Resting, press, blah blah blah, and see current objectives. Head to the processor's ND35 last known location. Right, so okay, it looks like we have just about 60 frames now, which is good enough. Let me turn on. Right, oops. Yeah. Let me turn on a frame generation here. Yeah. Right, so we just about get 120 frames. So my base FPS is 50 to 60 frames here. It's on the lower side. The frame generation here, it makes it a lot more smoother. Right. Find that one, alright. Okay, so we're supposed to we have a compass reading going here. I do like the vibe of it. It looks pretty nice here, especially with HDR and everything. Nice little sci-fi vibe. The game supports very well so far mouse and keyboard and gamepad input. Very responsive here. For being, you know, 50 to 60 frames and then frame generation 2 times here. It feels very responsive with the gyro aiming here with the 8-bit though. Continue. Can I not? Yes, not. Oh, we have to go this way. Right. I have forgotten to... Right, cube controls. I forget to check this one. Stomp, shoot, aiming, punch, use to, blah blah blah. Quick heal, reload, swap, interact. Move, run with the left stick, camera. Oh, okay, that one I want to change. Right. Let me... What the hell? I don't know what I want to do here. One thing I do know that I want to do real quickly, I'm sorry for that, is I really need to do... really need to do this one. I really want this one. I don't like clicking on the stick, so I'm gonna do that. There we go. Now I have quick access to run and interact. You can see the performance there. It does feel very smooth, but I'm struggling to hit 60 frames. A nice bright HDR effect. Nice creepy vibe. That was a big stutter. I would have probably liked to push the camera back a little bit. Can you do that? No, doesn't seem like you can change the FOV to push back the camera a little bit more back. No. Alright. Yeah. Right. Beautiful looking, that is for sure. Ooh, stutter, big stutter. Quite CPU heavy here. I can see my CPU is all like being... My Ryzen 9700X is really being used almost 100% here. So very demanding CPU wise and definitely GPU wise. Right, we have the compass, so this way. But but it is very interesting graphic style here. I could probably... Let me try something real quickly. Hang on with me. Let's see. Oh, oops. Let's see if I get a little bit more FPS. I just applied a slight overclock to my RTX 5070 for the purpose of this video. Hopefully nothing will crash or bug out. But I should now be getting a little bit more frames. Double verify are running. Yeah, 300 plus or over 300 megahertz overclock on the core on my RTX 5070 now. So about up to 10% more performance boost, maybe. Right, so something we can interact with here, I believe. Okay, run. Right, okay.
Traveler's structure found. Proceeding inside.
Yeah, so far it is just a very moody, dark, nice vibe. But I really would have liked to push back the camera a little bit here. So I do believe it's only, yeah, only checkpoint save points. So this is tagged as a survivor. So I'm guessing this means that you have to be like resource management and stuff like that. Which unfortunately is the thing that I'm not really a fan of myself, so... Yeah, okay. So that could be what kinda makes me not go for this game. Like managing a lot of resources. But it's all depends on how it's, you know, how, in which way it's done and how crazy of like resource management stuff you have to do. So you never know. It is definitely a very nice vibe. Use melee to attack enemy or destroy object. So, damn, damn. Oh, the FPS tanked. Holy crap, the FPS tanked in here. I'm not the biggest looter person, but I don't mind a little bit. But being super heavy on resource management, that could be something that unfortunately might not be for me. Right, some lore about people living here. Right, okay, so they're not allowed to leave their homes. Okay, getting sick. Hmm. Right, and some kind of explosion stuff going on outside. Oh. What? Traveler's primary firearm shop can be charged. Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Oh, I see. You need to find the key. All right. And a classical looting survival horror vibe, finding keys and stuff. Okay. Oh, it starts off very easy, I guess. Okay, so Dad might be infected by something. Right, and this is going to teach us how to... Nope, okay. It's no music, it's definitely building on that ambience horror vibe. Right, so you have to do that. Trying to look if I can see some creepy monsters down below. Yeah, I do really... can become blah 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 useful. Suitable for ASMR. Alright, yeah. Looting stuff. I do really enjoy this vibe. But yeah. Okay, so... Oh, we can... There we go. Inventory and fabrication. Press to access the inventory, blah 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 blah. Crafting, yeah. I don't know. I've never really liked crafting myself. Hmm. Hmm. So, right, out of 3, ammunition for handgun. But- yeah, so I'm guessing this is HP. Right. I guess I can't do anything more here that I can craft. Database. Well, I don't know if that was good or bad, but right. Let me... Sorry for this, I need to quickly... Right, change weapons. Quick fabricate ammo. Weapon or quick fabricate ammo, okay. Quick heal, oh, the Y button. That's what I probably might need. Quick heal. Swap tool. Can you remap? Oh, you can remap. That's nice. Good remapping support in the game here. I have 6 shots. It's a shame that the Steam overlay is bugging out with how big it looks with the display, like the scaling. Because it's a bit distracting, obviously, having it in a game like this, the Steam overlay. But also it's kind of interesting to have it to see the performance going on here in the game. It still feels really good, even though the frames are definitely on the low side. I wish I could get fixed 60 frames at least. Unfortunately, I don't know which settings that I would need to change. I guess we can try and turn off ray tracing just to see how the game looks, and that's going to give us a huge performance boost. It should at least. So let's try that. Right. Still nice. The problem now is that I'm getting too many FPS. Like this is stupid, man. This is annoying me. I'm generating frames I can't see because you don't have a built-in FPS limiter. So it's like, yeah. Without ray tracing, I can't use frame generation because it's stupid. You should not use frame generation to generate frames over your monitor's capabilities. You're just increasing input latency. You are not getting a good image from it. So I can get 80 frames without ray tracing. Right. 80 to 90 frames without ray tracing. And with ray tracing, $50, $60, $70 here. Right. I do think ray tracing can add to the ambience. It's not night and day difference, at least not in this scene here. But for the video, just to keep going, I'm just going to keep doing what I did. There we go. Ray tracing, you know, and we're gonna go with frame generation. And if the frames drop, that's fine. It is what it is. Ray tracing can add, you know, a nice little oomph to the graphical for sure. So let's just keep it on here. Even though the frames are not that great. It's a really demanding game. Again, there are more options, right, to tweak here. But I'm not sure which one I would like to just very quickly turn down. Probably this is what, you know, you wanna maybe turn down to get a big boost in FPS, maybe. I don't think we wanna definitely don't wanna do this one. This one we could. Right. Well, there we go. Maybe we will get a little bit more performance. Hurry. No, doesn't seem that my FPS is that impacted by that. Alright, well. Yeah, the performance is really quite crazy. I don't want to go to ultra performance. I don't think that is what we want to do here, so I'm just going to power on as it is. There we go. Let's just continue, and I'm gonna do this so we can fully focus on the game. It looks a little bit too bright in this scene here. How do you turn off the flashlight? I guess I can't. Maybe I can. I don't know. Oh, so we need to find the code. Right, so I'm gonna guess the code is probably somewhere on the walls or nearby. Does feel, again, it does feel a little bit too bright, this game, or this room here, especially for the flashlight here. Alright, so we need to find the fuses.
2 fuses.
And this is one fuse. We need to find maybe another fuse also. Oh, okay, so you can manually save.
Saving collected data.
Right? Don't know if it's going to be only save room, maybe.
Passage to Sector D31 established. The perimeter seems safe. The port in this safe house is now active, using the fuses from another device upstairs. There was an emitter relic left in the base. By the will of the collective, I claimed it to aid the vocation. To my successors, if you need any more resources, you can use the surplus.
Right.
The code is 367.
367.
Such is our calling.
Found a travel log. It was left here by
Right.
his predecessor. He went off to C31, proceeding with the search.
I only have one fuse. Needed one fuse more. I can see my inventory here. Was this the code 367? Yep, right. L patch. Ammunition for handgun. Alright, so there's a lot of things here. Not that. Oh. I wonder if the fuse could have been, before I continue, maybe I should have gone and looked more for the fuse here. No, okay, this takes me back here. Yeah, I believe we need one more fuse, probably to open this door, right? And right, that's that one. That's the saving. Upstairs, maybe? So far this is definitely interesting. But again, I don't know how difficult the combat and stuff are going to be and how resource heavy this is going to be. There's no difficulty settings, right? I don't think so. Don't remember there being. That's locked off. Can I jump across here? Right, yeah, we can. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Shit. Well, shit, okay. I wanted to stay up there to explore more, but okay, I guess we got another fuse. Some scary noises. How do you get out of here? Damn! Okay. That's kind of crazy. Oh, we can get another one healing going. So I have no more ammunition. Or, oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay. You have to reload. Right. You can see the inventory here. We have a plan. We have one of those. Alright, well. I guess that's how you get back, but that was rough for just one little enemy. So I'm gonna guess that this is a game where it's like good to be like sneaky. To preserve your ammunitions and stuff like that. Which is fine. But I probably... This is like Resident Evil for me, like cool games and everything, but yeah, the kind of the resource management and sneakiness just doesn't speak to me. The story and the vibe of the games is something that, you know, I find really interesting. Right, we can go this way. We can save before entering the fuse. I don't think I've played like the Dead Space games right on my channel. Maybe I should try one of those games. To see if those are a little bit more action heavy. Maybe I tried one of the Dead Space games. I need to check that. Because this kind of gives me the same vibe in a way. Oh, cat. Let me double check something really quickly. Yeah, alright. Oops. Double check one thing. Yeah, it does seem like recording is going alright, even though the frames are only in the 50 to 60 range. I have no idea about this of this flashlight. Can I turn that one off? Or aim, torchfire. If I can turn off the flashlight here, I don't know how to do that. Quick heal, yeah. All right, I forgot about this. Okay. Right. Oh, I also forgot I can run. Hmm. Da-da-da-da. It is definitely, you know, linear so far, which I don't mind. I don't need, like, everything to be, like, open world-ish.
I encountered malformed biomass. Caution advised.
But I would really want to like push out the FPS, not the field of view a little bit. It's my character is a kind of chunky part, big chunky part of the screen, a little bit too. Right, I don't know, we get these energy things. Maybe we will be able to like upgrade stuff later on. Wonder if we can drop down. It's a good size demo so far.
Those who were sent here after me. If you have been tasked with finding a target that is located in A0 or any sector in the vicinity of the Unity Hospital, you will fall. I am cutting off the path. The chances of traversing it are close to zero. Resources are scarce. Evaluate whether you can be of use to the vocation in other ways. Such is our calling.
Right. Oh yeah, so you can re-listen to this one. Right. Oh yeah, I jumped down here. Okay. Damn, 3 short shots to take down this mother beeper. You have 6 shots. Or 7, I guess. You can reload one time. Definitely do really enjoy the colors they have picked here. Both the gray with the kind of the vibrant lights and stuff. Nicely combination. Can you swap shoulders? I don't think so, right? No. So there's no like crouch or jump or anything here. So for stealth stealth game, you can't do the typical crouch to be quiet. Some kind of virus. Oh, virus here, okay. Foreign disease, okay. Something about the unleashed virus here. Right, I wonder how long this demo is, because we are coming up to the 1 hour mark here. I gotta say that even though the frames are low, the frame generation, the input and everything is very playable in this more slower paced game. So but I definitely, you know, would like to have the performance up a little bit. Nice. Definitely like it how it like lights up. You can see the colors there, right? When I'm not lighting on it, it's just being like colored by like a red light here. When you shine your flashlight here on it, the colors come out. You can see the colors of the painting. Oh, we have a checkpoint. We have another log here.
The orphans grow even stronger as they merge. Efficiency discipline is recommended. It is highly recommended to proceed with caution. Such is our calling.
Oh, you're right. You need another key here. It is, you know, exploration, but it's not like super open. I did have something I could have checked all the way back there also. I did push something out of the way. Wrong button. So I have no idea how I can turn off this torch. I would really like to do that. Torch fire hold. Left button. That doesn't work for me, left button, so... I've tried holding the left button here. Nothing happens. I'm clicking the left button and then I'm holding. I would like to turn this one, the torch or the flashlight off here, but I don't know. Doesn't seem to work. Oh, now it went off by itself. Maybe I'm supposed to be sneaky now? Okay, this is the keys. That's a scary enemy. Oh, and now it turned on my light. Hmm. I only have one shot left. Damn, that's unfortunate. Cannot craft anything. I have no healing and no ammo. I have the key to the shop. And I'm soon about to die here. Yeah, this is definitely seems very interesting as a game. But this very resource limited all the time. Wait, have I also... Oh, that was just a loop. Okay. And with the enemies that just takes quite a few shots. Yeah, that unfortunately is not going to me. It's not my preference, so really interesting, really cool game, but yeah, I don't think I can dig myself into this game with all of the heavy resource management and that. I don't know, maybe I was supposed to just sneak or run by that enemy because I don't know, maybe I needed to hit better headshots or something, but I don't know what to do here. I need to get to the shop, but I can't get to the shop. I can't really hurt this enemy here. I'm probably dead here, and I'm gonna be stop here the demo because yeah, I don't know what to do here. But the only thing that I can guess is that was supposed to not fight that enemy, but like run around. Maybe I like should have like blocked the enemy in with this or something. I don't know. I feel it's game over here. I can't really do anything here. Like if I go in here, I'm dead. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Return to main menu, yes. Well, this game is definitely interesting. But it is also just like again, it's just like Resident Evil games and others with me. I'm not crafting stuff and then being very resource careful with like with shooting enemies and like trying to avoid shooting some. No, it's not really for me. And I don't know, like it takes 3 short shots for every one of these like basic enemies here. I guess we could just end with where is like if I do this, where is my latest is this going to take me back to my manual save point or is it going to take me to my checkpoint? Like where is it taking me? Okay, it's taking me here to this checkpoint here, right? Yeah, again, I don't really know what the game, you know, what the game wanted me to do here. Like how to get out of this area without taking like damage. Because I don't really feel I have enough ammo to fight this enemy. I don't know which way to go. Like there's not really a good place to go here for me. Can't really just jump out the window here. I can't really get away. You get like one, and you get a bit of energy. Like you get the keys and then you have that one. I can't hide. There's not a lot of like space to like pass this enemy. Yeah, I really don't think this is the way you're supposed to do it.
Can't. For me.
But fighting the enemies are not really working. Yeah, this seems... Oh my god, performance stuttering here. This is definitely a really cool game when it comes to the settings, the vibe and everything. But this is not my gameplay.
Terminal found. Marking its location for later.
Just having to be very careful with all of your shots and trying to sneak by and stuff. That is, it's not my type of game. It's a save point. It would be nice if I could have reached like the end of the game here. Okay, so you can upgrade stuff here, like, and I guess you can buy ammo and stuff like that. Then you have some kind of upgrading here. Right, that's nice. This is a save station. Oh, cores can be used to unlock. Blah blah blah. Okay, some kind of core. This is the save station. Wait. Oh, there we go. The performance though just tanked. I don't know why. It felt really bad performance here. Oh, okay, no, it's a lot of screen tearing because I'm getting more frames than I can display. So I'm getting more of the bad generated frames than just the normal ones because we can't limit our freaking FPS when using frame generation. Okay, so here we can store things for later. Right, very common in the survival horror things. Right, then you have more lore. I'm going to be stopping here, so I'm just kind of just seeing if there's like end of the demo here. Doesn't seem like it. So it's a very good chunk of a demo here. Right, find a way to open the gate. So I'm gonna guess that that might be the end of the demo if you get to open the gate. Which is nice. You have a lot of good demo to play. So I'm gonna guess that the demo ends in a better way than like this. That oh, we can't progress. We probably can open this gate and then end the demo. But yeah, I think I've played a good chunk of it. Right, so you probably need something to pry this one open with. Like a crowbar or something. You probably need a code or something here, or a key or something. Alright, well, yeah, it's a good place to stop here. There we go. Turn to main menu. And let me go ahead and just that. Yeah, Cronos, the New Dawn. Survivor horror. It's just, it has a really nice vibe to it. It is definitely a very nice looking game overall here, but it is definitely demanding, and again, the biggest problem when it came down to the graphic here is that I don't mind using frame generation, but I really want to have a FPS limiter for the frame generation, because I don't want to generate frames higher than my monitor can display, because that means that I'm going to maybe see more generated frames than real frames. That's just not good. So we need a frame generation, a frame rate limiter to work, so that we can, so I can set it to be 60 frames per second, FPS limit there, and that means that I could at most get 120 frames with frame generation, and everything would be good. If I can get the locked 60 frames, that would have been great. I got, for the most part 55 to 60, right? Which is very playable here, and then frame generation up to 100, 110, 120 there, which is really nice. And for this, it's a bit slower pace and everything. You don't need... There was no noticeable negative effect of input lag here. Even though you are on the lower side, I prefer to only have frame generation if it is a locked 60 frames per second or higher. But there was no problem. But definitely it is demanding, and you would like to maybe tweak it in there. But the problem is, like, I could turn off ray tracing. But then again, if I can't limit the frame rate with... I can't reach 120 frames with ray tracing off. I would have to turn more settings down. But I could reach a stable 60 frames if the frame rate limiter would have been working, and then I would have gotten great experience. Yeah, the frame rate limiter, the biggest graphical problem for me, even though it would be nice if the game ran a little bit better, right? But I'm running this in 4K for best HDR experience and everything. I could run this in a lower resolution, 1080p. I could run this in a windowed mode and don't have HDR, and like go for a 1440p and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that I can do graphic performance, but without the proper frame rate limiter within the game, it's just a little bit more of annoying. You can limit frame rate maybe through Riva tuner or to your control panel for your graphics card, like the Geforce or something like that, the Nvidia control panel. But yeah, that was the biggest problem that kind of got me here. Then I definitely would have liked if I could have just pushed the FOV a little bit further back. That would just, like, the character looks cool, but it's just feels like 50% of the image of the screen state here is just the character himself. And this game also had support for for like ultra wide. I tried to play this in 32:9, but when I did so, the image got cropped vertically, which is a terrible idea, which meant that it just became even more claustrophobic with the huge character in front of me. I did not try the panini settings though. That maybe those could have worked with fixing the FOV for ultra wide, but I'm not. It doesn't feel like it by reading the description there. The HDR impact here is really well done. It works really good settings here. So it has a lot of good vibes going for it in the graphics and the feel and the darkness, the mood settings. The animations have felt really nice so far. The story building here, the atmospheric, the creepiness without the music constant here, just building with ambience sound. The gameplay here with mouse and keyboard, with using the 8-bit Ultimate 2 here felt really good, with being able to mix just when I aim, I turn on gyro to mouse emulation. It works really solid, a good solid experience with that. The input felt really solid. It just came down to personal preference here, that I don't like to be super limited on ammunition all the time, having to maybe like sneak around or run around from enemies. It's not my thing, unfortunately. That's why I kind of steer away from Resident Evil series, because I love the vibe when I look at those games, but I know that I would probably be annoyed to always be like trying to craft ammunitions and like, can I shoot this ammo? Do I have enough ammo to shoot this enemy, or do I have to run away? And that having that like at the constant thing for me, that would just not be my thing. But hey, it is a good thing. There was no demo when this game released, I don't think, but they came out with a demo here a little bit later, and the demo is still available, so I think that is a great thing. And I think they nerfed a little bit of some of the difficulties, things that people felt this was kind of too difficult in some places. So, you know, it's nice that. Again, I don't think there's any difficulty settings. If we do a new game, it will only just go straight into... Yeah, it only goes straight into the game. So there's no difficulty settings. So you have to just enjoy the difficulty that this game offers, or, you know, don't play it. Go. And let's do this. But yeah, that was Cronos the New Dawn. It was a very interesting vibe. Unfortunately, it didn't bring it all the way home for me, but that's why I like trying demos. You never know. Again, it had everything except that it was very ammo limited. If I could have tweaked that in with some options or some other settings, I think I would have dug more into this, because it was really nice. Again, it made me a little bit curious to maybe check out some of the Dead Space if they are a little bit more action focused than a survivor or like crafting management of your resources. That could be something, but yeah, check this demo out if you haven't done it. You never know, could be something really great for you. So feel free to leave a like, a comment, follow, check back the channel if you don't want to miss me trying games and demos and stuff like it. And that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and bye for this time.